Hey guys, I'm back for another video, and welcome to my game yet again. This is the second video regarding this game that I created in Visual Basic, and I've got to say, a lot has changed in the past month. Actually, as of the recording date, it is exactly 1 month after the events of the last video, and if you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it. I'm going to make this into a series, but I'm not going to upload very often, obviously, because it's game development and that takes a while. But I'll leave the link in the description nonetheless, saying previous episode. So, once you've gone and seen that, this is what I've got. This is the current version of my unnamed game, and a lot's changed. As you can see, the movement speed has been adjusted, so now it's not ridiculously fast, and now it's more game-like. And yeah, I'm just wandering around in the lobby, which looks a lot more like a lobby now. I've created a ton of textures, except for this one. This is the Minecraft stone texture, but that's only temporary. I've created all the other ones, like the floor, the wall, the floor up here, and there's a couple more tiles, like grass and whatnot, which I made, but this is the main ones, or these are the main ones. So, off to show you guys some features. So as you can see, there are hitboxes in specific locations now, instead of just the edge of the map. So yeah, I've also attempted to create a kind of illusion. As you can see, this is the lobby of a mansion, and I'm on the lower level, and if you imagine, this is stairs, and then up here is the second level. Then once you visualize that, you can kind of tell that this is the wall, and it gives this 2D game a little bit more of a 3D perspective. So that's something I've been working on. And here, let's see, what other features have we got? Oh, an inventory. Yes. So as you can see, I've got 48 hitboxes, which are the default item in the game. They don't really do anything, but in the future, I will be replacing the word hitbox with medkit. If medkits are in the game, I don't know, but if I happen to add it, then there you go. And as you can see, there's a list here, and you've got one item selected by a red box, and it shows how many of them you have, and it gives you a nice little description and the visual for the item. So, another thing you can do is you can press W and S, or the up key and down key, or you can use your mouse, I'm pretty sure. No? Okay, that feature apparently has broken. That used to be a thing, but I'll have to fix that later. But here, let me move the mouse out of the way. But I can still nonetheless go through here, and I have a stacking system. So there are certain items like keys that cannot stack. You cannot have more than one of them in the same inventory slot, so it just kind of takes up its own slot. And I've got 193 coins, 12 bombs, and 48 hitboxes. So yeah, that's the inventory system. So now that I've showed you that, I also have, as you can see, here's the, what's it called, the hallway again. I don't know if anything changed in here, but if the locations aren't exact when I go in and out the door, that's just because I haven't created like an official level yet, so that's fine. That's a known issue, that when you walk back out through this door, that you appear like not lined up, because I just got to change a coordinate in the door file. But as you can hear, there's a sound. There's the Minecraft piston sound. Now, the reason why I'm using all these Minecraft things is because I need something to take the place of all these things before I actually implement it, because I need to test out features. So I was like, well, why not just go into Minecraft, because the size of the files for each tile is exactly the same as the texture size for blocks. And as far as sounds go, it's the easiest thing to access because they're all just there. So that's not going to stay in the game, obviously, for copyright reasons. But I am going to be making my own sounds and resources. And maybe even Glenn will get in on the sounds. I don't know about that, because he's making music, but I don't know about sounds. So, as you can see, I can't go into this door. And you're probably wondering why. That's because I need to use one of these keys on it. So, if I press enter, it unlocks the door, and I could go in it. And it leads into the same spot because, again, I only made like a couple areas. And then it teleports me back here. The doors, again, are just teleporters. Just think of them that way. But in the next version, I'll definitely have this little haunted house demo completed. That's what this is supposed to be, is a haunted house. And this is the lobby of the haunted house. And there's all these doors you can go into. And I believe this one's also locked, so I'm going to unlock it. Go on in, and there's one NPC in here. I'll get to that later. He does something special. So, yeah, that's that. So, next feature. This is going to be a pretty long video because even though it's only been a month, I've been going crazy with this game. So, you're probably wondering what this weird thing is. There's two of them. I'm going to access one of them by pressing the action button, which is F. It's a chest, or a container if you want to be technical with the, in the code, I call them containers because there's going to be like lockers, there's going to be not just chests, like a whole bunch of other things. So what you can do is if you press the Q key, it will transfer your selected item to the other side, and you can press WAS and D to move around from one inventory to the other, and you can keep pressing Q to transfer items. So yeah, that's that. And it does stack keys, which I just discovered. So that's a feature I gotta fix. Again, this is a very, very, very early version of the game. Not as early as the last one, but trust me, it is still in hardcore development mode. So nothing is guaranteed, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So, that's the chests. Now, the next thing, as you can see up here, this NPC. Actually, let's not talk to him. Let's talk to this guy. Bam. So, now, instead of being in the top left-hand corner, you have an official text pane at the bottom of the screen. So, yeah, if I keep on going here, it comes up one letter at a time, which it's supposed to. And if I talk to this guy, hello, my name is Joe. And you could see that his name comes up with the colon there. So that's nice. I'm also thinking about changing the color of the text saying their name, just so that people don't read Bill, hello, Bill here, instead of like what they're supposed to say, because people might speak aloud and then accidentally say the name because it's kind of similar. I don't know. So, yeah, you can talk to NPCs as always, but this one is special. When I talk to him, it opens an inventory because he's a merchant, but there is no currency established in the game. I mean, technically there is because coins, but it's just an item. There is no exchange as of now, but I wanted to get the feature working. So he kind of acts like a portable chest as of now, but of course in the future I'm going to make it so items will cost money, and when you send him an item, then it will obviously, it will cost, well, you'll get money if you sell him stuff, and if you buy stuff, you give him money. So, yeah, that's that. And this guy's in my way. Oh, did not mean it. That works. I just went around him without even trying. Okay. So, next feature. Now, remember the yard, which was over here? How it took so long to load? If I go in here, it only takes a couple seconds. And there we are. And as you can see, it is an old Minecraft texture. I did not make the custom grass, even though I just said that like 5 minutes ago. I did not. The other grass texture that I was referencing is no longer here because that was a 13 by 13 pixel texture, and I upgraded the game to have 16-bit textures, so that'd be a bit more uniform, more mainstream, because everybody kind of recognizes 16-bit instead of like 13. I've never seen that before, but yeah, you can go out into the yard. Oh, and another thing, remember how you could click and put down items? That does not happen anymore, but for a specific reason. So if I go back in here, I am going to show off the next and probably the coolest feature of all these. I'm going to press X. And as you can see, that white box disappeared there, and my character's gone. Now, I have free roam of the camera now. I can just go everywhere. And this is annoying me, so I'm going to press T, which goes into tile placer mode. Press 4. And then, bam, I can place down the stair tile. Now, if I want to get rid of that, I can press 3, which selects that texture. And I have all these memorized because I put them in manually. I think 5 is the walls. No, 5 is up here. 6 is the walls. Yeah. And then, of course, I can just use 3 to get rid of that. Okay. And the stone texture is 1. And then the default texture, which is just a grid, is 0. So it kind of looks like a grid there. And when I'm done editing, I press Z, and then bam, it changes the map, and now it is officially part of the map. And it saves. That's another feature. Actually, I'll get back to that. Alright, here, you know what? This is kind of annoying me, so I'm going to get rid of this. I do not want that to be on the map. So, another feature. If I press I, now I'm in item placing mode. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's go back to tiles. I don't know why it randomly places tiles sometimes. Wrong thingy. There we go. Okay, so anyway, let's press I, and I want to place down an item with the ID of 1, and that is the hitbox. So as you can see, I can put down hitboxes. Now, if I were to press 2, I could put down some bombs. 3, place down some money. 4, keys. And I don't think there's anything in the 5 slot, so I'm not going to click that because that would be... I don't know what it would do if I if I tried placing an item that there is no item for that ID. And of course, 0 is another grid, but I'm going to call it the... what's it called? Lantern. There we go. So the lantern is not stackable, and it's a default item for... I mean, I said this was the default item, but this is like ID 0, and this is ID 1. So, I don't know. So let's say I don't want all these items here anymore. I don't need them. So I'm going to press C, and as you can see, a bunch of these things came up, and you will see what that does later. C is for clear. So it's basically an eraser for anything that is not a tile, such as items or, as you can see here, hitboxes. This is the hit detection system that makes it so that you can't just walk from one tile to another. And it maintains that, that feeling of 3D because you can't walk past this point because, of course, it's a wall. But you can't walk past this point because then you'd fall down. So that's not really what happens, but that's what it's trying to simulate here. So I can delete those, and they only show up when I'm in clear mode or when I'm in object placer mode with an ID of 0 selected, because that's how you put them down. So it kind of works off of the idea from Minecraft, how you can, like, when you're placing down barriers, you can see them while they're equipped, but when they're not equipped, they're invisible. So if I were to go ID 1, it all disappears, and I could put down rocks, but I don't want rocks. So let's go back over here into clear mode and get rid of those. So if I were to press Z, as you can see, I cannot pass that line because there's hitboxes in the way. So let's go back into clear mode and get rid of these because we do not want them. So this is the map editor that I've been talking about in the last episode of this. So here, now that I've finally completed all of those changes that weren't changes at all, here, you know what? I don't think I even placed down all the tiles possible. Here, let's go to ID number 2, which is grass, and I forgot. I'm in object placing mode. I need to press T to go into tile mode, and then press 2. And there you go. I can place down grass. I don't know. Just one thing that's kind of cool. I don't know. Let's get rid of that. And press Z. So, yeah. That's the, what's it called? That's the map editor. And, of course, it's in progress still. But I think I've shown off everything in the game except for the AI changes with these guys. They kind of act similarly when they're in chase mode. And the runaway mode is freaking hilarious. And the roaming mode is, as you would expect, I'm pressing the different buttons to toggle the behavior of the NPCs. So I can make them chase after me by pressing 2. Ah, get away from me! Oh, no! Ah! Oh, whoa. Out here. And then I can press 1, and where'd the other guy go? Hello? There you are. Then I can press 1, and then they'll start roaming around randomly, and then 3, they'll run away from me frantically. So, oh, one last thing before I end this video, which is now almost 15 minutes long. Bam! I pressed escape, and now there's an option menu here. So, if I were to go over here, as you can see, the buttons are selected in blue when I hover over them. If I want to return to game, boom, return to game. Now, if I want to go to options, I press options, but there are no options, so, yeah. I can exit the game, or I can load and or save a save file. So, if I were to press save, then I just save the game. So, then I can make these guys chase after me, I can make them stop, and then I could go place some items on the ground, some coins there. I don't even think I showed off that feature, actually, but there you go. Place down some bombs. I don't know, let's... okay, whatever. You know what? I'm going to put 1 bomb in that chest. And now I'm going to load back my save. And then bam, everything is exactly the way it was before I did all that crap. So if you were to look back in the chest over here, no bomb. And all the NPCs are back where they were. So saving and loading work perfectly. So that's pretty awesome. I could save and load the game at any given moment, and of course I can exit the game by pressing on that button, and I don't want to do that. Now let's get back into the game. Will OBS find the window? Nope. So I'm going to quickly show you how much code this is. So as you can see, we're in the map editor right now. I'm working on creating new areas such as the hallway or the lobby or the yard, but I'm thinking about adding this thing here that makes it so you can create new areas like hallway 2 or dining room or something like that. So I could like add a whole bunch of rooms to this giant mansion and make it like a real game. And I counted up the lines of code, and now there is a total of 2,003 lines of code. And they're pretty crowded lines of code too. Like this. Like, look at this. That's like 4 different commands in one line of code. It's pretty freaking insane. So that's it for this video, guys. So tell me what you think. Again, recommend features that you think the game should have. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next, to be honest. And I'm looking at this in OBS right now, and it's doing some very strange graphical glitches. But on my other monitor, I can see that. So, yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.